of that pressure off the gas a little bit. From how you were feeling yesterday. Chris, we'll start with you. Give me your thoughts on that.
Well, I mean, you know how I felt. I said I felt like it was time. It was time for us to move on. I mean, it's not about whether I like it or not. It's about just understanding we was coming into this off season with some tough decisions to make, and we already knew that cap number against Grady, it was just up against us. We knew it, staring it right in the face, and honestly, I mean, what can I say to Falcon fans? Grady, we can say go on and on and on about Grady. So, I'm just going to say that, of course, he's going to be remembered for his time in Atlanta. Plenty of highlights we have about Grady. So many different things you can say about him, about, like I say, humanitarian, everything.
Yeah.
But, guys, it just was time to move on. We could not do anything with that cap number. And we did offer him a reduced number. He felt like he could get more somewhere else, and that's why I was saying it. No player is obligated to play ball with you. They can go test their market. Look at Justin Fields. He told the Steelers, "Let me go test my market," and the Jets said, "Yeah, we agree with you." And the Bears agreed. And the Bears agreed with Grady. So 20 million later, and it's in 3 years and 43 and a half later, he's a Bear along with Drew Dalman.
Man, you got to do what you got to do, man.
You got to.
I mean, got to do what you got to do, man.
But Diablo, I mean, he's going to be like the Sherwood for us. Like, we would love to have Sherwood instead, but that's what you're going to have him coming in as that role, being like a coverage linebacker. It's a cheap option to replace our guy Nate Landman. I don't expect to see Nate Landman back now after this move is made. A guy who can go sideline to sideline, but he's playing for the Raiders. So I'm hoping they can get coached up some because of some of the tape that I see.
Yeah,
some of the tape that I see, I don't necessarily like it, especially in the running. So we'll see what happens though, because again, he's playing for the Raiders, so I'll take that with a grain of salt in their defense. But same time, it's like, it's not like the super splash that you was looking for, but we had to understand we was going to have budget signings, 1 year, 2 years.
Yeah.
This is familiar. Remember, this is familiar back when we was kind of tight in the pocket before when Terry first got here. So it's going to be plays like, it's going to be signings like that, even with the Leonard Floyd. You see, that was a 1 year. And so it's going to be deals like that. That's what we can expect. I'm hearing, I don't know if you're hearing anything about the Trey Hendrickson thing.
I did hear. I hear we're still trying to do it. Which, if we could do that, holy cheese balls, man! That would be a get, man. Like I'm so corny. I know. I wanted to say holy hot chili peppers, Batman. I don't know. I'm in that mood today, right? I did so much, bro. I did so much cussing on this morning show. Like
then you was with Debo too.
Bro, I did so much. I felt bad, man. Look, I didn't want my wife to see it. She hadn't seen it, but it's like I'm not gonna cuss anymore, man, for a couple of days. So I'm gonna use phrases like "holy hot chili peppers," but like I can't cuss, man. I was so bad this morning. I was the F this and F. I was on one this morning. I was in my feelings. I'm still mad at Kirk. I'm still mad at Kirk. I'm still heated. You know what I mean? I feel like some of this is his fault. So I was on one this morning. We've got to do some housekeeping. Robert Blackman says, good evening. Good evening, Robert. How are you doing this evening, sir? Miss Carrie.
Hey, how you
the
doing?
hardest working producer in the business. You know what I mean? Great person. Let me tell you something. Miss Carrie is salt of the earth. Okay. Just a great person, man. She's a lot like you, Chris. A lot like you. Better looking, but a lot like you.
Of course.
A lot like you. A lot like you. Miss Carrie, hopefully you're doing fine this evening, Miss Carrie. Miss Carrie says, Falcons fam, the Falcons made some moves today. Much better today than yesterday. Agreed.
Yeah,
Johnson says,
the train started going down the tracks, right?
True. Yeah, man. We need to get that thing moving, man. We took our time, but we got it moving. Jonta Rozier says, I'm not sure about the Divine signing. Love Grady. It was time to move on. I'm okay with the other two signings today. Okay, that's fair. Jonta says, do we still draft a linebacker this year? We could. You know what, Jonta? Depends on what we do, right? So let me ask you this: with the moves that we made today, right? Are you okay? And Chris, I'll ask it to you, and I'll ask it to everyone in the chat. Are you okay with the Falcons trading back now? Because look at this is a defensive draft, so you should still be able to get a good player at 20 or 22 to get maybe a higher second round pick. Give me your thoughts on that. With the moves they made today, which was edge rusher, linebacker, 2 positions of need, and corner. Are you okay with us moving back to get more picks? Give me your thoughts, Chris. And in the chat, give me your thoughts as well.
I was okay with moving back before any of this even happened. So I'm definitely not moving off of that now. Moving back, trading back was always an option for me. I know, some top names, but at the same time, guys, there's going to be a lot of talent in this draft. There's a lot of talent on the defensive end. And we need playmakers at every level. So it's like, okay, if you get somebody on the line, great. Linebacker, great. DB, safety. It's like we need them all. So it's like to say that you can still trade back, get more picks, and get some more quality players. You need to start building a team. You need to start doing that early. And this draft is going to be one of those things that you do it in, and we'll see what happens. 2026, we have to figure that out when we get there. But in 2025, we got to make sure we bank on these draft picks, and some of these draft picks, if not all of them, depending on what you get, they got to be starters.
They got to hit. Well, no, they got to hit. Whatever you do in this draft, right? 2 things you got to do in this draft. Number 1, you got to get more picks. So you essentially have to trade down at 15, right? Unless you just got Jesus at pick 15, you got to trade down. You have no choice but to trade. Or I don't know, Iron Man, Superman, Captain America, a stud.
No, I get it.
You know what I mean? You got to trade down, bro. You have to trade down and at least get another second round pick and maybe a third. Like you got to do your damage there. That's what you got to do. Robert Blackman says, I would be surprised if they get Trey in a trade. I would be too, Robert. But hey, man, fingers crossed, bro. Fingers crossed, praying. Jesus, hey, Lord, whatever you can do. I mean, I know it's immaterial to him, but I'm just saying, man, I'm using what I can get. Come on, man. We need Trey. We need Trey. Nathan Floyd, I love it. Nathan Floyd says, sweet Christmas. Now, for those of you who are not Marvel fans, that is a Luke Cage reference. And Nathan Floyd, I am here for it, brother. I am here for it. I love it. How you doing tonight? Robert Blackman says, doing great. And you? Hey, man, doing well. Can't complain. Woke up this morning.
Can't complain about that at all, right?
Can't complain at all. I got my lovely wife with me tonight. She's in the bedroom. Oftentimes, I'm so loud she doesn't want to hear me, so I'm kind of happy tonight. Right. So I'm going to try and keep it down tonight, guys. Hey, Chris, Kim's oh damn, Kim.
That's not Chris. I'm Chris.
I know you're Chris. Kim. Yeah. Kim. Chris says hello. Kim, I know you hear me. She ignores me. She ignores me when I'm on the show.
She said you on that microphone right
on
now.
That microphone, right? On that microphone. Man. I know. Kim, Chris, and everybody in the chat say hello. All right. Anyway, Robert says doing great. Robert says, what's going on with Cousins? Hey man, same old, right? Same old as before.
Now I don't know.
You're right.
I don't know if you guys was on the show earlier, but me, Smitty, and Mad Mike had jumped in as well when we was talking about it, and it's a rumor that they're coming from 92.9 The Game that Kirk Cousins, depending on how the Browns feel, depending on what they're offering, Kirk Cousins could be gone by the weekend. So we'll see about that, though. We'll see. That would be great, but we'll see about that.
Bro, that would be phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, bro, if we could do that, like get rid of him, because now that's $10 more. Jesus, 10 million. It's probably like 10 to Arthur Blank, but 10 million, 10 million more in the hopper for the Falcons to use this year. I think that's the case. So that would be great, man. That would be great. Hey, to quote the great Jack Spade, the chat is live. The chat is lit. Shout out to you, Jack, if you out there, brother. Chat is live. Chat is lit. You said what?
And I said, shout out to Jack Spade, man.
Shout out to Jack Spade, man. Shout out to Jack Spade. Hey, my partner was pretty down about Grady being traded yesterday, so I think he's in better spirits today, man. But hey, man, Jack, I just want you to know we got you, brother. We got you. We here for you, man. We're gonna get through this thing. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe if you would just click on the link. And hey, please like, share, and subscribe. Look, we need subscribers so we can continue to bring you this content and talk about the stuff we want to talk about. And why am I looking at Carlo? I'm sorry, Carlo. I got a bad habit of doing that. Let me go back here. So Carlo's going to be joining us tonight.
Okay.
And I sent him an IM. So that's what you guys saw. Sorry about that, guys. I got to stop doing that. Okay. All right. So we got
I was wondering why we see
it. Why you were seeing it? Yeah, I know, right? I got to stop doing that. Anyway, look at Divine's. Especially if you're going to use him as a rusher, he's great. Now, from what I heard from other folks, he can cover the PFF. I'm not saying he's terrible. The PFF doesn't say that he's great, but again, maybe with the tutelage of Albrecht, he can get better. But he is a great pass rusher, not a good one, a great one. So let's get back to it. Robert Blackman says trade Black. Jonta says, I honestly don't see us moving back. Yeah, I do. I see us moving back.
I
really hope we move back. Jonta,
I would really love to move back.
We have to. Jonta, we have 3 picks. I know it says we have 4 or 5, but we have 2 7th-round picks.
We got 5. Yeah, we got 5. 2 7th-rounders.
Right. Short of Tom Brady, there are not a whole lot of 7th-rounders that are going to do anything other than be on the practice squad. Like it's rare, right? And I'm not saying it can't happen, but your talent usually is going to be in your 1 through 3, 1 through 4s, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody else is a long shot. You know, I know Grady Jarrett was a 5th-round pick. Shout out to Grady, wherever you are, brother. But he's the exception.
In Chicago.
In Chicago. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Picking his number, signing a new deal.
Getting some of that Chicago pizza. I hear you. Jonathan says, I'd be surprised if we do trade back. Jonathan Bell. Jonathan, how you doing tonight, man? Do you believe the Browns really want to trade for Cousins? I do think they have some interest, Jonathan. Because Kevin Stefanski, right, who is their head coach, did work with Kirk Cousins before, did a lot of work with Kirk Cousins. Mm-hmm. So I totally believe that that's what they want to do. I totally believe that. 100%. Yeah, 100% agree.
The Browns were always the dark horse because of that. The Kevin Stefanski familiarity between the two. And we was always hoping that, like, if it's going to be anybody. And then you look at it, they made a minor move with Kenny Pickett. They pretty much swapped quarterbacks and draft picks, I believe, with the Eagles. Yeah, the Eagles is what it was. So that. Are you really sure that they're going to go into it with just Kenny Pickett? They need more than just a quarterback. I mean, you got Deshaun Watson, you got Kenny Pickett. I mean, so I don't know if they're necessarily going to go with a quarterback. They got other holes to fill. But
isn't Deshaun out for the year?
Yeah, of course. He just I think he tore his Achilles, and then I believe he tore it again.
Yeah. So damn, he did it. He wanted to make sure it was torn.
He did a Mike Soroka.
He was like, let me go. Yeah, he did. Which Soroka's doing pretty good, by the way. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I know the Braves are pissed, but I mean, geez, man. I mean, we tried to get him back for like 3 years. It wasn't working, but he's doing well. I believe he's with the Nationals now. He's doing well so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do believe, Jonathan, the Browns have interest. Robert Blackman says that would be excellent news. Agreed. Right. Jada, the Falcons are holding Kirk Cousins hostage and making him suffer. Jada, let me tell you something, bro. I am here for it. I am so here for it. I am so here for it. Let me tell you something, Jada. And look it. I normally don't feel angst. Mm-hmm. Or hatred toward players, and I'm not saying that I feel hatred toward players.
I was about to say, whoa, T Wil, whoa.
Kirk. But Kirk is definitely no longer invited to the cookout.
Oh,
all right,
For sure.
Look, with what Kirk did, he deserves to sit in that corner and think about what he did. He absolutely deserves that. Look it. Okay, we look, and I understand. It's, you know what? What do the young folks say, Chris? It's been a toxic relationship, right? So we signed Kirk Cousins. You know what? Let's do the where's my girl Chrissy? Let's do the Mississippi Get Back. Let's go back in time. Let's go back in time, Chris, right? A year ago, right? Me, you know, Jack Spade, Carrie, we're all sitting around talking about signing Kirk Cousins, right? Remember the top three. It was Kirk Cousins, it was Justin Fields, and it was Russell Wilson. And we all said it had to be Kirk because we weren't going to do Justin, and Russell wasn't going to sign here because of the whole future thing, right? And it came to pass just like that. We ended up signing Kirk Cousins. We're all overjoyed, right? We're excited. We're happy. We're great.
Well,
okay.
Remember, before we signed Kirk, I was saying don't sign none of them.
Yeah, I hear you. But hey man, we ended up signing it, right?
We signing Kirk.
Okay. Yeah. We sign him. We go forward. Everybody's happy. Yeah. Everything is awesome. Everybody's excited. Everybody is great. Everybody's wonderful, right? We don't see him in the preseason. Cool, right? Comes out that first game's a little flat. We're all like, what the hell, Kirk, right? But then we win the second game. And some kind of way we come out and we're 6-3. And we're all excited. And Kirk is doing a swag surf. Everybody's feeling it. Kirk is going to Waffle House. Kirk Gold Chains. We're seeing gold teeth and chains for everyone. Nice. Atlanta, the ATL, has bought into Kirk Cousins. And then, Chris. And then on that day that will forever go down in Falcons history, Kirk's shoulder and elbow gets bent back by some. It would be the Saints, jerks. It would be the Saints, right?
Yeah, his elbow gets bent sack, back, I believe.
Right. Kirk is donkey hooters the next 4 or 5 games. He's so bad that we just have to pull him out. Raheem doesn't want to do it because it's all we paid him $100 million and all that money and blah 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 blah. But Raheem does not want to do it. But he has no choice, right? We pull him out. Kirk says the first week that he's hurt, then he comes back. And what did he say? It was a typo. What did he say?
Clinical error.
It was a clinical error. He was not hurt. He wasn't hurt, Chris. It was a clinical error. What's wrong with y'all, Chris? It was a clinical error, right? Kid comes in, right? We go to Vegas, and we're terrible. And we back into the win, right? We back in. You know what I mean? We were terrible. We did everything we could to give that game to Vegas, and they just didn't want it. They didn't want to win either. And they were like, "We don't want it. You guys take the victory, right?"
And being there was crazy too. Like being in that.
You were in Vegas. That's right. You were in Vegas.
Yeah, man.
Right?
It was just being there, watching that game, coming down to the wire. When it was 2 seconds, it was just like, if they score a touchdown, they beat us. It's just like we'll lose to Desmond Ritter and the Raiders. It's like, oh my God. And man, shout out to everybody who was out there in Vegas, man. Met a lot of great people as well, man, out there in Vegas. Met Uncle Louie, I said Tyler Algiers' uncle. Met a lot of great people.
He's in here right now. Uncle Louie, how you doing, man? How are you?
Yo. How you feeling?
Uncle Louie is in the building.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all?
It was
Uncle Louie is in the building.
Me and Jack Spade out there, man, kicking it. It was it was a movie. Pastor Troy, Young Jock, we was all there, man. We was all doing it, man. And then we was taking over the real trap. That was the real thing back then at the Raiders because it was Falcon fans everywhere. So we took
when
that
you were
over.
with Young Jock, did y'all do point him out? Point him out. Point him out. Point him out. Point him out.
No, he didn't do that, but he definitely did. It's going down. He definitely did that.
It's going down? It's going down. All right. So look, Kirk's terrible in Vegas. The next week we go to the kid. Kirk says to Raheem, I'm going to be the best backup ever. I'm going to be the best backup ever, Raheem. I'm going to be so awesome that you guys are going to erect a statue in my name for being the best backup ever. I'm going to be the most beautifulest I know beautifulest is not a word. I'm going to be the most beautifulest. Shout out to Keith Murray, backup in the world. The most beautifulest thing. That's who I'm going to be.
Most
okay,
beautifulest
be
thing
great
in this world.
It's just like that. I get in you. So, all right. So look it. Penix comes in and he's great. He's great. He's wonderful. He's outstanding. He's making throws that nobody else can make. He's putting us in position to win. Raheem is holding timeouts. You guys know how the story ended, but it wasn't on Penix. End of the season comes, right?
If anything, Penix gave us hope. If anything.
Yes, he did. For now and the future.
Yeah.
The future's bright, Falcon fans.
Yeah, because him stepping into that role the way it is, like how it was, the stakes. It was high stakes every game.
It was fourth.
He performed.
It was fourth in the season, and he throws a seed. My man throws a bullet to Kyle Pitts where only Kyle can catch it. Touchdown, right?
Right.
Did that. That throw that he made to Kadero Hodge, where only he could get it. That thing was a zip, right? Penix is that dude, okay? Penix arrives faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive. He's MPJ. All right, so he's on the scene, right?
Right.
End of the year comes. Terry F. Baby goes into the conference and says, hey, going forward, the plan is for Kirk to be the backup. You heard it, right?
He said it.
I heard it. Chat, you guys heard it. He said, hey, the plan is for you to be the backup, right?
Right.
Apparently, Kirk took exception to this. So Kirk at the Super Bowl goes on to Good Morning Football and says, and I quote, I was really hurt. No. I was really hurt. I know what I said back then, but I'm telling you now, I was really hurt. Kirk dropped state's evidence on Raheem and Terry. I've seen men die for less, Chris. I'm just saying. Okay? Kirk is the feds. Kirk is the feds, right? First and foremost, this happens. Guys say they're not hurt when they're hurt all the time. It's football. And the reason you don't want to put that out there is because if you say my arm is hurt, what do you think the defense is going to do? They're going to lean on you a little harder. They're trying to get you out the game, right?
But for him, it was a little different, though. He wasn't worried about the defense. He wasn't worried about the defense. He was worried about Michael Penix Jr. And I'm telling you guys, I feel like for me, all this started, you know what I'm saying, for Kurt back in that game against Washington. Because you just think about it, the scenario, just painting the scene for you guys, he was right back in the same position where he started his career. In Washington as a backup behind a young phenom.
Yeah. That had to be like a deja vu moment, man. He had to be deja vu all over the place. Except it's like
the man had his helmet on.
Bro, wasn't that sad? Wasn't that sad, bro? Wasn't that sad? That was just, bro, you're the backup, Kirk. What are you doing? I'm gonna be ready just in case. Like, bro, come on, man. Come on, Kirk. So Kirk goes on Good Morning Football, basically says that Raheem and Terry F. Baby are liars, right? Then wait, there's more. At some point he was seen putting a shirt over the Falcons logo, as if to publicly break up with us, as if to block us on all social media. Like, this is some scandalous stuff. And then Kirk doubled down and gave our boy D-Led the Heisman. He gave him the Heisman pose, man. No, D-Led, I will not interview with you. I will not. And if you're not careful, I'm going to sick my bodyguard on you. That is the ultimate disrespect. Okay? And what does Terry F. Baby do? Well, Terry F. Baby comes back and says, I said what I said at the combine. I said what I said. Ain't that what the young folks say, Chris? I said what I said. Okay? I said what I said. Kirk is coming off the bench. Kirk is coming off the bench. That's just the way it's going down. Okay? And then the utmost. Kirk, with the last move that you made, I know that you're bringing potato salad and raisins. Kirk asked to speak to the manager. Kirk is like, let me speak to your supervisor.
Onions and the mac and cheese.
Onions and the mac and cheese. Berto, shout out to you, man, wherever you are. My
brother Berto.
When that Berto talk about the man.
Yeah, man. I haven't heard that until my bro had mentioned that. I said,
oh man, that hurt my heart right there, man. That gave me just a little bit of indigestion. Just a little bit, bro. Just a little bit. But no, in all seriousness, and so Kirk goes to speak with Arthur Blank. He breaks the chain of command.
Right.
Okay.
I was like, hold on, wait a minute, T Wil. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. I know this man, not Big Bad Kirk, Good Morning Football. I was hurt, Kirk. And he ain't going to the manager.
He went to the manager. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Monte Carlo 82, or as I know, Carlo Wiggins joining us tonight. Carlo has joined us on many a show, and a long time ago, way back when, I promised him that he would hop on one of my shows, and so here we are. Carlo, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? What's happening, people?
Not a whole lot, man. I'm telling everyone.
I'm still trying to adjust this. Hold on, man. This is my first time being on StreamYard, so I'm trying to make my screen bigger.
Take your time, man. Take your time. It's all good. Take your time. So
anyway, go ahead.
It's all good, man. So Kirk ends up, talking to Arthur Blank, right? Basically going to the manager. And to be honest, Chris, that was like the last straw for me, right? I'm like, all right, Kirk, you got to go. You know what I mean? Because now you're bypassing.
And I'm glad. I love the response, though. I love the response.
Oh, yeah, when he told them, look, we're going to do what's best
for the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, we're going to do what's best for the Atlanta Falcons.
Absolutely.
You can't cut line, Kirk. You can't do that. So I say all of that to say that's why I feel the way I feel right now about Kirk, because I'm over it. I'm over it. Hey.
Carlo? We back.
All right, let me remove this one. Carlo, you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear y'all. What's going on?
You're good. What's going on, man? How you doing tonight, brother?
Man, brother, I've been grinding all day. I was trying to hurry up and get parked so I could get on the show with y'all, man. See what's popping. But everything's smooth.
Okay, well, just man, tell us how you feel. I know yesterday was yesterday hurt, man. Yesterday everybody was hurt.
Yeah, man.
Was hurt yesterday, man. But tell us how you feel about the move to release Grady, and then tell us if the moves today kind of maybe assuaged that anger, or maybe released a little bit of that anger or disappointment by the moves that the Falcons made today, or if it didn't. Carlo, give us your thoughts.
Man, the thing with Grady, Grady always been that guy for us, you know what I'm saying? So that was hard to get over with for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But then when I seen that they tried to restructure him and then he went somewhere else, you can't be mad at that decision on either party's part. You see what I'm saying? I feel like man, I done gave y'all my everything. I'm going to get this bag and I'm going to take it to the house. Atlanta more so, we going into a different direction. You know what I mean? And then from what they were saying when Dahman and him left, because they didn't know what direction the Falcons was heading into, you know what I mean? Different things like that. But I'm okay with it now. Yesterday, I was pretty bent about it, you know what I'm saying, like everybody else was. But now when you look at it, you get your feelings out the way, and then you start looking at the real bulletins and the points of really what the team is looking at. We gotta take it and go. We can't cry over it. This man literally stepped off on his own and went to do something to better his family. So I can't be mad at that. But with the new players in town, man, yeah, come on with it. We got an old Georgia dog coming. That Leonard signing was pretty cool. I don't really know too much about that linebacker from the Raiders, but from what everybody's saying, he's sturdy. So but in my opinion, it really always boils down to the coach and the situational football. What we gonna call on 3rd and 7 to get to this quarterback? You know what I mean? Because during the time when we were 6-3, we wasn't that bad. I think a lot of the stuff was just working out the kinks from first time coaches, coordinators. We lost week 1. The field goal was craziness. You see what I'm saying? But
Right.
I'm rocking with it because I feel like Aubrey knows what's on the line, bro. He know all their hands on the chopping block, and like they say, the Jets defense was top 5. I feel like he gonna put some pieces together. It may not be all splash names and all pretty, but give me some go getters in there, man, and then we gonna go and see what it do. Our offense nice. Our offense nice, and with Zach Robinson, I really think that we go excel in year 2 with him. Albert coming back, that was a good pick. So I mean, I'm smooth with that, man. On the real tip, I think we're gonna do something.
Yeah, man, I'm definitely excited about that. I'm trying to move this. There we go. That's what I'm trying to do. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, no, I agree, man. I'm excited. I hate to see Grady go, but like you say, man, I look, get your money, man. Yeah, I would never tell another man, hey, get your money. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You cannot play forever.
Especially
and
at this stage of his career, especially after the ACL.
So yeah, get your money, man. Get your money.
28 and a half guaranteed. I'm just saying, that's right there.
Hey, man, get your.
And another thing to go with that, man, I just think Grady was more so like, you know what, we done lost the Super Bowl. I done tried to go at it again. We done tried to put so many regimes together since then. It was just like, my career's at the end, bro. Let me go ahead and go because all of them boys, I'm talking about, even down to the people like Ricardo Allen and all of them. You know what I'm saying? Keanu Neal hung up his cleats this year. All them boys should have had jewelry. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And then for us to lose, and I think the PTSD from that Super Bowl is really what got everybody in a uproar and the angst. Like, come on, man, y'all got to make this. It's got to count because we done lost so much, bro.
Right.
We done lost so much. I probably, the gray hair in my beard is probably how many times I lost my temper about this team, bro. I swear to God. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, it's like we're so close. Like last year, I felt like if that Kirk Cousins situation, if Kirk would have took a back seat and let Penix get in there and shine for a bit, we could have gotten the playoffs. His arm would have been sturdy. They would have put him back in. If he would have been messing up, they would have put the kids back in there, but we would have still had that satisfied playoff appearance, and there would have been that thirst and that hunger to go back in like, okay, we got it. But the way they jerked off the season, bro, it just leaves you like depleted so much. And then with all of these different things going on, the uncertainty is what's killing us. But at the same time, it's exciting. So
yeah, I think Raheem will manage differently this year. I do.
He got to. He got to, man. He got to.
I think he will. There were definitely some errors in judgment made last year. I think he's going to do that. We got to catch up with the chat. We got some new folks in here that I haven't seen. So, hey, I believe I did acknowledge Mr. Jonathan Bell. I did Mr. Robert Blackman. How you doing? Jada, I haven't seen you on my channel before. So, Jada, welcome. Welcome to For My ATL Sports 1. Glad to see you. Nathan Floyd, I believe I have seen you, but welcome anyway. Louis Algier, aka Dirty Lou. I don't think I've seen you on my channel before. So Louis, welcome.
Yeah, that's coming from Twitter. I know I plugged Twitter in as well. So we're on Twitter. So, and that's Uncle Louis, man. That's Tyler Algier's uncle.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, Uncle Louis, first and foremost, welcome to the For My ATL Sports 1 channel. And please feel free to come back and check us out. Let's see. We got Jay Black, who is not his first time, but I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge Jay Black. Jay Black, what it do, man? You all right? You all right? We got Michael Lahusky. Michael, how you doing, man? Mike sneaking up in here. How you doing, brother? And we got Larry. I think I've seen Larry before, but if not, Larry, welcome to the For My ATL Sports 1 channel. Welcome, everyone. We are talking Falcons tonight. And he says Devon is a stud.
Hey, we'll see, man.
Michael. So if y'all don't know Michael has a sense of humor, right? Michael says, "Let go, Kirk. Let Kirk go where quarterbacks die in Cleveland," and he's right. He's right. That's where careers go to die, man. So he's right about that. Did I get it correct? Good deal. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. I rolled the dice, because I wasn't sure. But hey, man, I'm glad, Michael. Welcome, everyone. So, guys, let's talk about let's talk about these moves we made tonight, man. Chris, before you and Carlo got in here, I was talking about Divine Diablo. So they say he's a coverage guy, right? Mm-hmm. Looking at the numbers, he's okay in coverage. He's not great. Where he really excels is pass rush. Now, again,
they did have him blitzing. They did have him blitzing.
They did.
Generating pressure. They had him doing that. And I mean, again, take it with a grain of salt. With him in PFF, I don't necessarily, for me personally, this is just me only. Mm-hmm. I don't necessarily like dive all the way into the PFF grades like that. I like to see what my eyes can see. And I know from what my eyes can see, he plays for the Raiders. I mean, he has athletic ability. He does. I mean, even against us, he even picked up a botch fumble. And honestly, if we don't make that tackle, he goes to the house, running it to the house. I mean, ultimately, like I said, we'll see what the guys can do. It's not a splash signing, and he didn't play as much, but maybe it's one of those things where if he gets more playing time, possibly, in Jeff Ulbricht's system, possibly we can maximize on his potential. But we'll see. Again, we will see. He's a good tackler. I will say that he's a good tackler. He didn't miss many tackles like that compared to the volume he had. Now, but we'll see. He played more than Nate Landman. Nate Landman's numbers, you look at him, he had a couple forced fumbles, but it was similar. But we're gonna see exactly what we got, man. We're gonna see.
All right. So with that being said, gentlemen, let's move on to Mr. Leonard Floyd.
Oh, you know what you're getting with that.
This dude can rush the passer, man. He can get after it.
I know a lot of folks. I've been seeing folks complaining about the age. I don't understand that, man. I don't necessarily understand that, especially for we're paying him a $10 million, it's 1 year deal, but he got 8.5 sacks. And guess what, guys? That's more than anybody we had on our squad last year, including a guy that I'm high on, Honor Abacady. Even though I will say this, a few penalties snatched a few sacks away from Arnold Abacady.
They did.
He's supposed to have at least 9.5, 10 sacks this year.
Yes.
So take that for what it is too. But still, for what's on paper and what's in the stat book, yes, he had more sacks than anybody on our team.
All right. So
a lot of people.
Sorry, go ahead, Carlos.
Yeah, I'm going back what A1 was saying about the age. A lot of people, they see age, it's a lot of casuals that just read stats, don't watch games or whatever. So I think that was piggybacking off of Grady. I mean, him and Grady being the same age or whatever like that. They're like, why would you let Grady go and then pay this guy? So, but I mean, the proof is in the pudding. The boy can ball. You see what I mean? So if he gonna ball like a dog, we need him. We need somebody with that attitude, the aggression, and that ego. But like you say, he got the stats. He had double-digit sacks, which I'm saying 23. He had 8.5 last year. So
before he went to the Rams, I was hoping that we could possibly get him. But back then, we didn't have the money. But luckily, we also had that relationship with Raheem and Ryan Pace and everything. We have all that going for us as well too. So that's a great reason and a great sign. And I just, hopefully,
that prove it. That prove it did sit a lot of fire on his ass. So you see what I'm saying? If he want to stay, then he gonna ball out.
And also we got him for $8 million less than what Khalil Mack went for. He got 1 year, $18 million.
Yeah. So Leonard Floyd had 11 sacks, which is probably, I think we got that's worth 2 Falcons rushers last year. right? Because I think the most one guy had was 6, right? Was that the most sacks? Was it 6 or 5? I think it was 6.
Last year, yeah, Arnold Albuquerque, I believe, led us in sacks.
Yeah. So, but I think he had 6, right? This guy had 11. So look, he knows how to get to the quarterback. And guys, I'm hoping that we make another move, either drafting a defensive end or signing another one. I would love that. I think you got to go all out. But look at solo tackles 23, 43 out of 211 edge rushers. That's great. That's not good. That's great. 11 sacks. That's 11th out of 211 edges. That's great. 8 assists. That's 46 out of 211. 1 forced fumbles. Like, this guy does exactly what you want him to do. He rushes the passer. Passer. Sorry, not pastor. Woo. Freudian slip.
Where's my head tonight, right? If he say hike with the football, he coming to get him too.
Yes, he is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. You. What's that jersey where you don't hit the quarterback? You better put it on him.
Oh yeah.
Leonard Floyd is coming after him, man.
Or the yellow shirt, little yellow shirt on.
Leonard Floyd is coming after him. Oh, so wait a minute. Just got an update. Okay, Joey Bosa is going to the Bills.
I can see that.
Joey Bosa to the Bills. So they just they got better, or their pass.
He'll get hurt in that snow. If he injury prone, somebody gonna pop him in Buffalo, and he gonna be back on the bench.
Yeah. He better.
Yeah. Carlo Carey says hi. I'm sorry, Chris. What were you saying?
Hey, buddy? What's up with it? What's up with Dime, Ken? You know, come on. Hey, y'all keep me on my shit every day, bro. I wake up to watch y'all. Seriously, I mean, I'm kind of nervous right now because it's my first time, but y'all always see my name in everybody's chats, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm being sarcastic or I'm on some conspiracy theory, got my 10-4 hat on, but I just be wanting to win like everybody else, man. And I'm passionate about the Falcons. I done got in a few fights behind these boys, especially when we lost to the Patriots. Oh no, sir. We ain't tolerating it, but I think
it was 2012 for me, Carlo. That game was Niners.
Yeah, when Abraham basic man, come on, cuz, bro, listen, that one too. I think they just wanted that brother's bone, man, and it was wasn't that in New Orleans as well? Wasn't that in New Orleans as well that year?
It was. That's the year the lights went out.
Yeah,
that's the year the lights went out.
Exactly. And we was to go to the Super Bowl this year and won a Super Bowl in the Saints territory. It would have never been no rivalry. And then that goes back to Kirk getting hurt. Man, that's another thing. We got to start taking this rivalry seriously because, bro, I know some diehard Saints fans and they hate us, bro. And they like Atlanta want to go and be cordial and turn up. Nah, man, we got to punch these clowns in their mouth because these bragging rights something different. I think we got the fiercest rivalry like on against everybody else versus whoever because like we really die hard hate each other, bro.
Yeah, man, that hatred is real, bro. The hatred is real. Strapped up 24 says if we can get Trey Hendrickson tomorrow, we would be in good shape. We would be in great shape, sir.
Michael Grease for sure,
bro. If we get Trey Hendrickson tomorrow, you know what I mean. I'm going to dance, man. Like I'm on, like, bro. Trey Hendrickson. Do you realize what that would do for our pass rush? Good luck with that.
I don't think we'll do that though.
Hey, man, a man can dream.
The only reason I say they won't do that because, bro, it's gonna we're gonna have to get this man a contract. And as soon as they get these big contracts, you know what I'm saying? Everybody turning to Mr. Glass then. They don't want to get hurt because they trying to protect that bag. We need to get some young guys coming out the draft that's trying to put their family on their back and change some lives. You see what I'm saying? We bring them to Atlanta and we make our own stars. Everybody looking to grab these guys that have made a name for themselves. How you think they got there? They went out there and put it on the concrete, on the grass. You see what I'm saying? We get that's why everybody letting their D tackles go. They letting their D tackles go because nobody want to pay the ticket because they chock full down there, boy. And we gonna get some pieces. And I think we gonna win in the undrafted free agent shit. Signing undrafted free agents. After them picks all gone, we'll find some guys.
Hey, we have before.
Carlo,
I can't lie. Terry has. We found some diamonds in the rough before. So
hey, Carlo, I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree. Chris and I are gonna drive up to Cincinnati and help Hendrickson bring his stuff down if we trade for him. Chris, you just be sure and come with me, all right, buddy? Because
hey man, I got you back, though.
Hey, if we get Hendrickson, it's on. Oh my God!
It is. You're right. It is. It is. The money with the money in the air like that, man. Terry holding on to his purse right now. He clutching his purse, being quiet like a church lady trying to sneak out without paying the offer. So he just like he surprised us with Penix. You see what I'm saying? He knew Kurt. He could look at Kurt and see that wasn't gonna last. And I'm glad for his foresight because boy, we be in bad shape right now. But him doing that, Raheem, the one that gonna be compromised because he like being everybody's friend. Terry already been down in New Orleans. They tried to gatekeep on him. He got the job with the rival, and now his legacy is really on this season because everybody want him gone. I listen to the Steakhouse every day. Everybody get on there and they jab at him. Everybody talking about Terry Fontenot, but I'm like, bro, he gave us so many picks. This incompetent coaching, bro, is what got us losing because if they would have pulled Kurt, Penix would have been in. We wouldn't be having this Kurt hate. We would have been like, man, that was good. We still got him. We could get him back on. We got two quarterbacks, and we going for it.
No, I think we still have the Kirk hate.
Yeah, I think Kurt, regardless, because Kurt wants to start. Yes. And once we benched Kurt, it was no going back to Penix. Man, Penix is the only thing that can make Kurt a permanent bench player in Atlanta.
Hey, Penix finna sell out them seats, bro.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
And Kurt don't want that regardless. Again, I'm telling you, when he was in Washington with his helmet on the sideline, he was thinking about how, wow, I am back where I was drafted in the same situation behind a young phenom as a backup.
Yeah. Yeah.
He got to let that go, though, bro. He done had his turn. He done had his turn already. He got to let that go. Let the young whippersnapper shine, bro. I understand exactly what you're saying, man, because he want to go down with his name in the light saying he brought us a championship. I thought that was going to be it. Real shit. I thought it was going to be that. Like,
his name in the light. He don't want to go. That ain't how he want to go out.
When we knocked off Dallas, I was like, oh, yeah, New Orleans, we coming to take it off your shoulders. I ain't going to hear nothing else. But when he threw that, it was just like, it was different, bro. It seemed like they was trying to keep the game competitive, just like the Washington game. We should have beat their ass, bro. We was up, 17-7 at halftime? But they stopped running the ball, and it reminded me of that game when letting the Patriots back in the game, because everybody's scared to tackle the quarterback. Jaden Daniels prancing around like a damn reindeer back there, and everybody letting them get off the hook. But it's just like, and for the record, Daniels ain't better than our boy, dog. He's not. Penix just didn't have the reps. And we gonna see it this year. And I think the fire that got literally lit under his belly because everybody talked about him. And now he got the time to shine, man. God don't make no mistakes, bro. They were supposed to play for that year.
Right. Amen. So hey, Mike says any of these new guys going to start? Yeah, I would say Mike Hughes is gonna start as your number 2 corner.
Yeah,
and I would. Well, is Floyd going to be a third down back? You think, or you think he's going to start?
I think we're going to get some run out of Leonard Floyd. I definitely believe he's going to start. No, he's not just going to be a third down guy. I don't see that.
All right, so that's 2 starters there. What do you guys think about Divine Diablo? Which that is a total oxymoron. You think about it, Divine, which is holy, and Diablo, which is devil. Like, That's like same difference, man.
He's like a walking yin yang, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Yin yang in this thing. Shout out to Yin Yang Twins. Even though they did the thing for New Orleans, they are ATL. Shout out to Yin Yang Twins. So do you think Diablo is going to start, or?
I think he's going to be a rotational piece. I think he's probably going to get the opportunity to start. But I mean, again, we need players at every level, so I wouldn't be surprised if we do end up getting a linebacker still. You know, and you look at it, it's Caden Ellis. You know, that's the lock. But after that, it's like, all right, now what? So you're going to look at it, you know, Diablo, I believe he's going to get his opportunities. But you also got to remember Captain America. He's going to get his opportunity as well, too. So we have a few guys that I feel like he's going to be a rotational piece. That's where I believe. That's where I'm going with it. And if he does better than expected, then that's a good thing for the Falcons and possibly a good thing for his pocket going forward.
All right.
That is it. Go ahead.
No. You're fine. Go ahead, Carlo. What you got?
No, I can get to that because we're gonna get to it. I was about to bring up the first draft player, but go ahead and finish what you were saying, Falcon.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. So I want to take a look at Mike Hughes. And honestly, guys, Mike Hughes graded out a lot better than I thought he did. So his overall ranking is 71.9 for corners, which is great. Not good, great. Anything 70 above from PFF is great. Now, his pass rush is not great, but he's a cornerback. How often is he going to blitz anyway, right? His run defense is good. It's really good. His coverage, though, is great. He is 42nd out of 223 cornerbacks. Now, I know he's covering number 2 corners because you got that man AJ on the other side. But Mike Hughes, and I honestly thought, you know, other than there was maybe 1 or 2 corners that were maybe better than Mike Hughes. But if Mike Hughes is your number 2, I don't have an issue with it, man. He had a good year last year, and he graded out really well. And I think it's a good signing. And I definitely think he will start. Chris.
Mike Hughes is starting. He's cornerback too. I can already see it. Even if we draft a corner, unless he like balls in training camp, you know what I'm saying? Unless he does that and just overtakes Mike Hughes, which can happen. It depends. We have some talent out there in this draft. But I'm just saying, unless that happens, Mike Hughes is going to be CB2, because the relationship with Jerry Gray, he already knows him. He is already cool with Raheem. He's already played within the system, and it's going to be modified, yes, but you're still going to have the corners. You're going to have a guy like Mike Hughes, who has been decent, good in coverage and good in the run game as well, to go along with AJ, who also plays the run good, and also, you know, so it was good in coverage, especially the back half of the season. My goodness, AJ was locked down. So yeah, for sure, I think he's going to start. And Diablo, I forgot. I feel bad. I gotta backtrack. I didn't even mention Troy Anderson at all, and I feel bad about that because, yeah, he still is on the team, man. And that's another guy as well. Like, you know, so that's why I feel like he's going to be a rotational piece as well. But Troy's got to stay healthy for me. That's the whole knock against him. I'm not saying he doesn't have talent. I'm not saying he hasn't shown flashes, but your best ability is your availability. And, you know, Troy is right now a rotational piece right now too, until he's able to stay healthy and be consistent, to me.
No, agreed 100%. Carlo, give me your thoughts.
Yeah, Mike Hughes is definitely starting, and I think he's going to be a lot better this year than last year. One, we putting some men up on that line to get that pass rush. So that pass rush increasing is going to help them on the back end. 2, that money going to get his mind right. You know, it ain't nothing like putting some green in somebody's jeans that's going to get them motivated. You know what I'm saying? And I'm noticing how they pairing it up. Like, okay, Mike Hughes is with 24 Terrell. Then we got Leonard to go. We got Dorless still coming back. We still got Ebikadi and all of them, AK and a few of those other guys on the line, but see what they really being quiet about. And I know the Saints ain't gonna do it because they just took a safety from the Chiefs. Uh, I think they're gonna get that boy Malachi Starks or that safety from South Carolina. And if we don't, Philly is. Philly is gonna, and I think Malachi Starks is gonna be that pick at safety. What they didn't they let Simmons go?
I mean, Simmons, he's still out there. He's open to come back to Atlanta, but he also just recently said that he doesn't mind going to play for Nick Vangel's defense. So, and the Eagles do have a need for safety right now. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and we dropped before the Eagles, and that's why they letting all of their players fly. I think we get Malachi Starks because he's from Atlanta. He been rooting for the Falcons. You know, that's that hometown. That's another hometown hero, and he's a dog. And that's gonna satisfy the public. Everybody's been complaining. Look at what Philly's been doing with our guys. Why we don't never draft Georgia? Okay, they signed one guy that was from UGA. Now they gonna draft the fresh. I really think that's where we gonna go to kind of make it a real badass tandem back there with Jesse Bates, bro. And then we'll get some. Huh? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
We'll get some edge rushers because there's so many edges out there, but we can get an edge in whatever round. You see what I'm saying? That's serviceable, whatever round. So I don't think they're gonna go edge first. I think they're gonna pick more so a technician, somebody that's really, really cerebral when it comes to their position, bro. And I think that's what it's gonna do. And bro, we're gonna have a hellified defense. I do not care what nobody got to say. Atlanta finna punch everybody in their mouth.
I love it. Love to hear it. Love it. What you about to say something, T Will?
No, give me your thoughts on it, Chris. Your thoughts on the upcoming draft. You think we're gonna get another edge? If we do, you think we're gonna get it at 1? Or just, I tell you what, give me your thoughts on who we're gonna pick at the first pick. And these are your choices. You got edge, you got linebacker, you got safety, you got corner.
That's tough. That's tough because that's tough, brother. I still would kind of like move back, man. I just need more draft picks because I know it's a lot of talent in this draft. And that's why like I'm so hell bent to try to, just get some more picks in this draft too, because we need some starters. We're going to be picking some guys that are ready to step on that field week 1 for us, especially with the salary cap the way that it is. And the fact that we haven't done any more restructures as of yet, still a long month and before you get to the draft. But right now, as we're speaking, I'm thinking if you go edge, you got to go Donovan Imarazu. I feel like he's a sleeper. I don't know if a lot of people are talking about him, guy out of Boston College. I know having private conversations with me, Smitty, Berto, we was talking about him and other guys as well. But that's a guy that I'm high on. I know Big Low has said he's high on him as well. So, but that's one guy we're looking at. I know a lot of people are talking about Mike Green. This guy has more bend than Mike Green. And he has 16 and a half sacks last year. I think a total of 30. And, I've been playing for Boston College. So that guy, he's a sleeper, man. I wouldn't mind having him. I wouldn't mind having Walter Nolan. So of course, I'm still talking about trading back and everything. You can possibly get him too and pair him on that line. Also, you're looking at corner. What's his name? I just had his name. It just had lost me. But I like Kobe Bryant as well. He's going to be a star. Malachi Starks, like he said, and he was saying like Nick Imararu, that's the kid from South Carolina.
Yeah, I can't pronounce his name. Say my
I've heard
he's a stud too. He's a stud too. I can't lie. He's a stud too. So but I can go on and on, man. It's from corner to safety. Like we can just go on for the next 30 minutes, just really like naming guys in those positions.
That's exactly my point.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's a lot of guys. This dude's coming out. It's value from 20 to at least about 80, 85. You can get like some really good players in there. And it's still even players even after that you can still get some diamonds in the rough. Yeah. But just for the Falcons, I know we don't have a third rounder and everything, but those first 2 rounds, if you're keeping those 2 picks, and if you end up getting a 3rd rounder, if you trade back, you can get some talent, man. I'm telling you guys, there's some talent out here.
So, A1, you don't think if they don't trade back that they'll still be able to get the same talent cheaper on the undrafted free agent without having to give up the draft pick?
I mean, it's a possibility. It's some kids coming out. I mean, even Ryan, the historian, shout out to him, man. He was telling about some
That boy
kids.
be on his business, dog. He be on it, dog.
Yeah, man. Shout out to him.
Yeah, he be on it. For sure.
He's really big on the HBCUs, and he was stating some guys that can possibly come out as well. So you can get some undrafted free agents, some guys that's probably from these lesser schools come in and play some football. It's not like we haven't done it before. It's not like we haven't gone to the CFL a la D. Alford and bring him in. So, there is talent. What we want is football players, guys that's going to go and get after it, guys that wants to play. So like every single down. I know I'm not saying that no football player wants to play, but it's like really showing it, really like imposing your will, especially in the trenches. What we need, and also some guys on the back end that ain't gonna take no step.
I heard that, man. Mike says Jesse needs to be in Hendrickson's ear. Wait a minute. Doesn't AJ need to be in his ears? What? Like AJ's the closer, right? AJ is typically the guy that we call in when we need, a player closed, right? Because he closed. Right. Didn't he close Jesse and somebody else the other year? He closed Justin.
I think Justin and Jesse he was there for.
Him
and Grady actually were there for both.
Oh wow. That just hurt me, man. Wow.
My bad.
I felt that. All right. Larry says he would start beside Caden because of Troy. Injury prone. I think Caden would be full-time pass. I think Caden will get more pass rushing. Jay Black says we're going defensive tackle 1st round, and 2nd round will be cornerback, safety, defensive end. Okay, I can see that. Jay Black says our 1st and 2nd round picks gotta be starters this season.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
I agree.
Yes, sir.
I tend to agree.
No kidding.
I tend to agree.
Telling you.
Definitely agree.
It need to be.
But y'all said Grady was a 5th round pick. Y'all said Grady? Grady was a 5th round pick, and look how he turned out.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes Tom Algier is a 5th round pick. Look, he broke William Andrews rookie year. So
them boys, they got some diamonds in the rough out there, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be real exciting. It's like Christmas in April?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shit gonna be. Yeah, it's April, right?
Yeah,
I'm making sure.
Mm-hmm. They normally like to try to keep that guy in April, because you're gonna have May, June, you're gonna have like the little spring meetups. Then next thing they're gonna get a little time off, and it's time to hit training camp. And then eventually we're gonna move to 18 games in the season, something 19 games in the season.
I think it's gonna be 18. I think it's gonna be 18.
Actual games in the season, but again, if they do that, they have got to give them 2 bye weeks, and I think they are trying to negotiate that as well, which it only makes sense. You can't kill yourself like that. Can you imagine having a bye week like one of the first weeks, and then you go the rest of the season with no bye week? Like you having that extra game, and it means something. It's not just about the games. The games that you're having are meaningful games. It's not preseason games. So,
so what do y'all actually think is gonna happen with Kirk?
I think we're gonna try to get something. Oh no, just briefly, I just think we're gonna try to get something for him. I don't think they're gonna cut him. I don't think it really makes sense to, because you're on the hook either way. So I think you try to get something for him. What you think, T Wil?
I would agree wholeheartedly. I think I applaud Terry for sticking to his guns, right? Like I love it. Before you guys came on, oh wow, Mike says breaking news: Freddie Falcon agrees to a new 1-year deal. All he can eat lemon pepper wings. Oh, I love it, Mike. I love it.
That's a good deal, Mike. That's a good deal for Freddie.
That's a good deal. Now, Mike, this is what I gotta know, okay? Are those lemon pepper wings from Hooters or Magic City?
Hey.
Okay? You gotta let me know.
For Magic.
Okay? Gotta let me know.
Gotta be for Magic.
You said definitely for Magic City.
Gotta be for Magic. What are we doing? Gotta be for Magic, right?
Oh man.
Right. Magic.
Oh, wow.
Magic. You know that.
Oh wow. That's crazy. That is crazy.
No disrespect to Hooters. I'm just saying.
No disrespect. Hey man.
Right. With this Kurt situation, I think we need to stall his ass out. I mean, he done committed the highest acts of treason. He needs to be chastised, like you say, like a kid that want to go outside and he can't hang out with his friends. You gonna sit your ass down because we gonna still have to pay this dude, and then let somebody else reap the benefits for the vet minimum. Then we gonna still have to go out there and cover our own ass. What somebody, what 8 million, 6 million? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Either you draft. It's hard unless somebody come with a deal. Kirk got to give some of the money back, change something in his contract to give us a little bit of play, but he ain't gonna do that. So I think we are gonna end up having to keep him because Terry already had it on the books. Say he never got hurt. Terry already had it on the books that okay, he gonna play for 2 years. We gonna cut him, and they already had that money worked out. It just the optics is different. It's just Penix is starting and he's not. You see what I'm saying? So all the money stays the same that we had already gotten over. Now everybody's like, oh, what is going to be the highest paid backup? No, we paid him. We had already had that set aside. We don't want to mess up the books no more. And then in the case that Penix does pull something, get hurt, we got the best player available that already know the system. You don't got to go out there or groom somebody that's fresh out of college that don't know the system. Kirk played in these games, so I think it would be better to kind of just hold them and make them realize you can't just do what you want to here in Atlanta, buddy.
Carlo,
you don't run nothing. You don't run nothing, man. You under contract, dog.
You got to send them the message, bro.
I love that. Okay, I do, because let me tell you something. I am 54 years old. I am a Gen Xer, and we did not get timeouts, sir. We did not, and my parents did not say things 3 times. You might get a 1, you might get a 2. That third time, it's not going to be words anymore, sir.
It's not going to be. Already don't talk twice, okay? So it ain't going to be.
I didn't say what and you might get to. You might. But that third time, you better duck. You better duck, sir. So look it. I am okay with having Kirk coming off the bench. However, there is a large contingent of Falcon fans out there who feel differently because they feel like that Kirk would be a potential cancer in the locker room. And guys, I cannot disagree with them. Because with everything that Kirk has shown, right, and I'm gonna be real, right? Kirk to me, and I'm not attacking him. I said I was gonna do better. Remember that, Chris? So I'm not gonna use profane words. I'm not gonna do that. But what I will say is Kirk is disingenuous, okay? Because Kirk got here and he was doing the swag surf and he was going to Waffle House and he was doing interviews on how to learn the swag surf, and all of that meant nothing when Kirk didn't get his way. Then he wanted out of here and he got disrespectful. Let me tell you something. When you put pressure on a person, you find out who they really are. So Kirk could very well be that undercover, low-key cancer in the back and in the locker room. Now, I'm not saying that he would definitely be that, but I can certainly understand Mike's point. Mike makes a good point, right? Do we really want this, right? Because to your point, Chris, he was at the Washington game like with the helmet on. Bro, what are you doing?
He was out there looking like, what the world is going on?
Your uniform is going to be clean, sir. Get used to it, okay?
Listen to this, though. Y'all know how to we got a team full of YNs right now. You see what I'm saying? They don't listen to nobody. Once they start scoring touchdowns, they gel with Penix. Pitts get back in the game. Kirk gonna be like the uncle that nobody want to deal with. All right, whatever you say. They gonna push him to the side, and he gonna be the odd man out. He ain't gonna have no juice. See that the league already changing. Kurt, you from the old guard, Matt Ryan in them era. You see what I'm talking about? These young boys that's coming out of college and they got Penix and they got all these other cats around them, man. They not gonna be trying to hear nothing Kurt got to say, dog. And he gonna feel foolish. He's gonna feel foolish and he's gonna feel left out. So he's gonna have to be like, all right, guys, see y'all later. And then they gonna just look at him like, yeah, and chunk the deuce on his ass. But that money, you can't play with the church's money, bro. You just can't do it. You can't come and leave us stuck out. See, Kurt thought he was gonna be the he even up at the White House with Trump, probably pleading his case. Well, I know how this gonna work. He just gotta sit back. We paid you what you asked for, and it was more than what everybody felt like you should have got. You done made a bunch of different checks. It's not our fault that you messed up in Minnesota. We don't owe you no loyalty, dog. We got our black stallion riding in the battle right now. You know what I'm saying? You could be a trusted advisor, or you could be somebody we just got to keep an eye on. But there's enough people on the bench for that.
Yeah,
right. He ain't even go.
No,
Kirk can't play with them folks. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you make a good point. Jay Black has a question here. Panel, what position is a position of need throughout the NFL this season? I guess he's saying what's going to be the most coveted position, or the quickest that they run out of as far as the draft. Like, you had a lot of quarterbacks that went in the first round last year. I'm assuming that's what he's saying. What's
D tackle?
What's going to be that this year? So you say D tackle. Chris, what do you say?
I'm gonna go with the edge. Definitely go with the edge. It's either gonna be edge or corner. One of those two, I think, is gonna be the first run. That's what I'm thinking.
The only reason I said that is because of how they releasing so many D tackles right now.
That's a good point.
No, that's a great point. And I ain't want to piggyback off the point. I just wanted to think about a different position because I was thinking tackle as well. But that is a great point because you look at the landscape. D tackles are getting released. They're getting picked up to the most point, but yeah, they are getting released, and people want to get as many rookie contracts as possible. So with that, you're going to have to go to the draft. That's how you go ahead and do that. Yeah,
Philly got it on their mind, bro. Philly has it on their mind. I got family in Philly. I was just up there, and my homeboy, he managed a liquor store. That's all he talking about. He talking about, I think we going back again this year. I think we win it next year. I didn't want to bust his bubble. I just laughed and congratulate him because I ain't no hater. But Atlanta gonna have a whole lot to say, bro. The city coming around. We can't go what, 9 years? We can't go 9 years, bro. They know the fan base going to implode. Nobody will buy season tickets if we lay an egg like we did this year. They had us sold, and they sold us to limit, bro. I don't think they could do that twice. Atlanta gonna go deep in the playoffs, and I'm just telling you, people better be ready for it because the city gonna make money, and the way Michael Penix got it on his mind. Because they already counting us out, bro. Everybody's been counting us out for so long. Atlanta laughing stock. Y'all are a joke. We take the bait every time people come to the city, disrespect the city, but they stay coming, bro. Yeah. Now it's time to put our step back down. Like, we gave y'all swag. We showed y'all how to get crunk. Don't get too big for your britches now. Belt the ass. I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, listen, I'm out here. I'm in Dallas, Texas right now. About a bunch of Cowboy fans. Armored up the whole way. Every time, every day. Man, listen, bro. Everybody gonna see it because just that electric. I was at the game at the Panthers game, man, and everybody, the excitement in the air. You see what I'm saying? When the game was good until we got to the end, you know what I'm saying? But it just gave everybody something to hang their hats on, regardless of how pissed off we are. You know, week one, as soon as the first game back in the bins, boy, it's going down like 4 hours on a biscuit. I promise you. It's just it's going. Hey man, y'all know, man. Like you know what I'm saying. I be in and out the city. You know what I'm saying. From work or whatever, but y'all know how on fire the city gonna be, dog, and that relevancy is coming back. And I think we're gonna be in the mix for a minute.
Definitely, Chris. How you feel about that?
Hey man, I think we're on the way, man. I think Atlanta's on the way back up. It's gonna be one step at a time, but so we're definitely on the way on the climb. We just got to get more salary cap, more continuity, more chemistry, you know what I'm saying? Of course, so the front office, really, that's who I'm looking at. The front office got to do their thing. They got to prove to this fan base that we are serious, you know what I'm saying? It's not just in the moves we make, but it's in the decisions we make when it comes to the coaching staffs and the production that's on the field, giving the guys the right game plan. If we can all just bring it together, we can make some noise, you know what I'm saying, this year, and really surprise some people, because people are already counting us out. Even people in our own fan base is counting us out, and we haven't even hit the field yet.
They scared, bro. They scared. They scared. They are scared because they just scared that it hurts so much to lose. Like, they don't want to get excited to be let down. That's the only thing I think. That's why people talking like that.
Carlo,
that goes back to that PTSD.
Yes, let's stay right there, right? Because that is a very real thing. That is a very, as a matter of fact, honestly, guys, and I know I've been saying this for a while, Chris, you, myself,
yeah, we got to figure it out.
Dre, right? From the Water Boys, we need to do that show on PTSD, because that's real. That is a real thing. That is a very real thing. And nobody wants to talk about it. But to Carlo's point, what he's saying is a lot of times when the Falcons make decisions that these fans don't like, it's a trigger. It's a trigger, especially if you're watching a game and they do something stupid and we end up losing or we give up a lead. It is a trigger or a reminder, right, of our experience in 2016 or 2012. And a lot of people, because they haven't dealt with that PTSD, they just automatically go negative. That is a real thing. That is 100% a real thing. Chris, you there, buddy? Or you just turned off the camera? All right, just making sure you're still with me. So, guys, I'd like to shift gears just a little bit. Mike just entered the chat. Mike, how you doing, man? Mike was a fan of the day the other day. Mike says, fellas, what's happening, dog? Want to do a little activity with you guys. It is, we'll call it a riddle. I'm gonna make it easy for you guys, or maybe I shouldn't. I'm gonna make it easy for you guys. So we'll call it a riddle, okay? Essentially, you got to guess who I'm describing, and the Falcons that I'm describing were all signed today. So it's only 3 of them, so it should be easy. All right, you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let me bring this up. All right. So I love the hoagies in the Atlantic. I love to raid the fridge and anything else. And I like to go to Tobacco Road. Who am I? I'll say it again. I love the hoagies in the Atlantic. I love to raid the fridge and anything else. I like to go back to Tobacco Road. Who am I?
I know what I am, clueless.
Thank you. You are. Nah, I thought I had it. I ain't got it.
Nah, I'm stuck, bro. I'm stuck.
I was following it. I was like, nah. I said that ain't it. That don't sound crazy. It's just like, nah, that ain't
all
it.
right. I am Divine Diablo. So
okay.
He went to Virginia
you said
Tech.
The hoagies.
Right.
So, yeah. So that was really the main clue.
Right. He went to Va Tech. Okay. He's a Raider, so he likes to raid things, and he's from North Carolina, which is Tobacco Road.
Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
There you go. All right. All right.
T Wil with the fun facts, bro. You put that together. Where you get that from?
Hey, man, I'm a nerd, man. I do it in
hey, man.
Right.
You know who would have gave you a run for your money on that? Ladarius. Ladarius would have gave you a run for your money on that. He probably would have known that.
Well, he probably, yeah.
Shout out to the big gang, bro. Y'all be keeping me laughing, dog.
Hey, man,
they be going there, and he's a safety converted over to linebacker too. That's another reason, and he ran that 4.4 speed. So,
okay, well, he can run.
So
you guys.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. I love to dodge things coming at me because that's where I grew up. I have an affinity for bulldogs because I got that dog in me. I love it out west, but I spent a lot of time in the east as well. Who am I?
No, that's definitely
Leonard.
Yeah. Leonard Floyd. That is Leonard Floyd. That is Leonard Floyd. All right, you ready for the next one? I went to a college that proclaimed that they were national champs, even though they weren't. I have been a Norseman, a Mufasa, and the third word in the phrase doctor, lawyer, and blank. I'll say it again. I went to a college that proclaimed that they were national champs, even though they weren't. I've been a Norseman, a Mufasa, and the third word in the phrase doctor, lawyer, and blank. Who am I?
So you've been a Viking and a lion.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Old Michael Hughes.
That's Michael Hughes. That's correct. That's correct. Very good, guys. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Very good indeed. Very good indeed. Hope you guys enjoyed that, man. Just a little activity. Mike, I'm sure you don't suck at riddles. I'm sure you don't suck at riddles.
Who do y'all think gonna take it?
We've already had one of the biggest riddle. That was Desmond Ritter. We already had one.
If Uncle Steve were here, he would say, I love Desmond Ritter. I love Desmond Ritter.
We had big hopes for the kid, man. Big hopes for the kid. But it ain't work out.
Hey, man, you got to do it. It is what it is. You're about to ask a question, Carlo. What you got?
Who do y'all think is going to take it the most serious this year on the team as of coaching staff wise? I say Jeff Ulbrich.
Well,
you mean who's going to be the most intense? You mean is that what you're saying?
Yeah, who's going to be the most locked in, dot my I's, cross my T's type of guy? I think it's going to be Ulbrich.
I mean, he has a lot to prove. I mean, I'm pretty sure you've seen the interview as an interview he had, and he was talking about, his time here before, and he knows exactly what's on the line, and also how he wants to come in and right the ship and show people his growth. So that's a good pick there. That's definitely a good pick for me.
It's pretty much his draft too.
Yeah, to agree. Yeah, you gotta get him some picks. You gotta get him something to work with. But for me, it's gotta be. Well, I know who it's got to be, but who I think it's going to be Zach Robinson. Yeah, I think it's going to be Zach Robinson. I think coming into his second year, already kind of knowing what to do with Bijan, to do with Drake, and the rest of the weapons. Coming into a second year with all those guys, I think he's going to already know what he wants to do, and then he's going to be like, all right, so I have this athlete right here. Let me start using him here. Let me start using him there. I got Michael Penix, so I can really open my playbook all the way up, a full offseason with Michael Penix. I think all of that's going to be beneficial. So I think Zach Robinson is going to take off, and it's a possibility, man. We may not have him after this season. We'll see what happens.
I was about to ask you that right there. Do we lose him next year if we do well?
If we ball on offense, like if we're a top 5, top 10 offense, I can really see him getting at least offered a coaching the gig somewhere. It just all depends on what'll be open, what'll be free.
That's gonna be bad for business, bro.
Yeah, man. But it happens. That's another reason why we elevated TJ Yates to some passing coordinator or passing passing downs.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point right there too.
So that's what I'm saying, man. It's
possibly
offensive.
No, I think that's built-in redundancy. Because and I think that's one thing that Raheem did intentionally was that, okay, if one of my coaches leaves, then I have 2 or 3 that can step in, and that's smart, right? And I think he did that basically because of his experience around the league. So I think it's great. Larry says this is possibly Zach's last year, and TJ Yates would be offensive coordinator, and that's not bad, guys. Hey man, we got a lot of folks in this chat. This chat is really going crazy, and we appreciate all of you joining us.
Seriously,
if you get a chance, please like, share, and subscribe. The link below, so that we can continue to bring this content. You are watching this on For My ATL Sports 1, the channel For My ATL Sports 1, the number 4 My ATL Sports 1, or you can just click the link below, right? And please like, share, and subscribe. Pass it on to your friends. Look, if you like it, if you like the content, it, share, subscribe it. I go on every day in the morning, sometime in the evening, sometimes both. So hey, look, like, share, subscribe, and get some more folks so we can bring more great content to you. Guys, want to do another activity, right? I'm going to throw some words out there. This activity is called word association. So I'm going to throw something out there, and you tell me the first thing that comes to mind when I do. All right? Michael says, what time is it there? It's 10:10 here, Mike. We are Eastern Standard Time. All right. So, Carlo, I'm going to throw 5 words at you. You tell me the first 5 things that come to mind. You ready? And they can be anything. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Mike Smith.
Go getter.
Roddy White.
Dog. Straight dog. I love some Roddy, man.
Yeah, man.
Sure. Jamal Anderson, the running back.
Clown. Oh, the running back. Okay, let me. The running back. You know what I'm saying? He got some flavor. A little swag, a little flavor. He got some flavor. All right.
Okay. Julio Jones.
Come on, man. King Tut, man. King Tut. Julio saved us on Julio saved us on 3rd down, man. So much they knew where we was going against the Eagles, man. Julio was 3rd down, man.
Julio was 3rd, 2nd, 4th.
You're right.
If there was a 5th down, it'd be Julio.
It'd be Julio.
Matt had that boy playing defense, man. Matt had my boy playing defense out there, man. Julio ain't never gonna be wrong in my book, man. Jet. He one of my favorite Falcons, and it's gonna be like that. I hate that it's like that, but I think he feel like he lost out because he did us so well with that catch, bro. We should have kneeled the ball 3 times and went up by 11. But hey,
amen. I cannot say that enough.
Don't get me started. Don't get me.
Let's see. All right. Michael Vick.
Human highlight for real. Vic, hey, well, I met Vic. He signed my jersey. He had a football camp out here in Texas. He signed the jersey, but Vic turned up on somebody. He turned down a dude. I ain't never seen him act like that with somebody. He told a dude get out of his face. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Where your kids at? You didn't bring your kids to my camp, but you want me to sign your jersey, man? Get the fuck out of here." Oh shit. Hey. That was at the end. He done signed 100 autographs. You can't be mad at the man, bro.
He's human. He's human. All right, Chris, you ready?
You're right.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna expand it. These aren't gonna be all Falcons. Ray Lewis.
You said who?
Ray Lewis.
Oh, beast. Absolute.
Drake London.
Oh, Drake London. I'm gonna say dog. Because there's a few things I can say about him. So I'm gonna say dog.
Arthur Smith.
Gone.
With the win. With the win.
And guys in the chat, you guys can drop in your comments too and what you think of these folks when I bring up names. Bijan Robinson.
Oh, future.
Flash.
Devin Hester.
GOAT.
Oh, wow. Deion Sanders.
Shoot, prime. What else can you say? Prime.
Legendary.
Right. I'm like, shoot,
Oh,
man.
wow.
You gotta give him his own word. Prime.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, guys. Last activity, and then we'll kind of dispense here.
Oh no, T Wil. No. You ain't slipping out of this fella.
I gotta do it. I gotta do it
slipping
too.
Out of this fella. Jesse
Okay.
Tuggle.
Jesse Tuggle. Captain.
Okay. All right. Anquan Bolden.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Good on you.
Golly, I want to say big MFer, but I'm not. I'm working on my cussing. So I really want to say big MFer. That's a big boy. I would say beast, man. Beast. Anquan was a beast.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go Todd Gurley.
Oh, wow. Dog, man. Dog.
I got one. I got one. Raheem Morris. Raheem Morris.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna say calculating. And calculating and charismatic. I'm gonna say that for Raheem.
Calculating. I hear it. Desmond
Courage, the cowardly dog. That's his motherfucker.
I'm not gonna say that. Oh, Mike is going in. Mike says soft. Damn, Mike. Okay.
Is that
spelled with that, Mike?
SAWFT? That's how you spelling that? Soft.
I'm not gonna call Raheem soft, man. But he's definitely charismatic.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
He is entitled to his opinion. Yeah, I'm not correcting the man. That's a grown
man.
Yeah. That's a grown man.
Raheem better get right. I think these knocks this year might get some little sense to him. He might grab his nuts this time around because he know, brother. Yeah, you skating on thin ice house. It's over with for you. Over with for you.
Raheem,
him and them Jaggers. No, it's over.
Raheem is
I got one for you, Terry.
All right, what you got?
Rich McKay.
Hey.
Dictator. Dictator.
Underlord.
Off with his head. No, I'm just kidding. What's that? 4? Is that 4?
No, that was 5.
That was 5. Okay.
Mr. Burns. Damn. That's who Rich McKay is. Mr. Burns.
Damn. So Craig Johnson says Raheem can talk. Mike says he got those capris on. Man, I like the capris. Whatever. Okay.
Man, Terry, don't do that, dog. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Listen.
Oh, good, man. Each his own.
I do. Hey, man. Ron used to give me so much grief because of that, because he was like, "What does it?" I was like, "I like the capris, man." What, bro? Y'all have never seen people play golf? They wear those same pants. They wear those. Whatever, man. I'm not gonna win. I'm not gonna win.
We just better not see you in them. We better not see you in them, dog. We better not see you in them. Hey, let me find out, T Wil. Hey, I ain't even gonna worry about it because Eric gonna fry his ass before he even step out the door, man.
Eric would. First off, guys, I'm way too fat for that. Like that, I would just be. I would look like, who was that wore that ridiculous tuxedo suit?
Chris Farley?
No. It was a rapper. He wore it to the Super Bowl. Golly, Jermaine Dupri.
Oh,
you remember that ridiculous outfit he had?
That was crazy.
Oh, with them little My Little Pony socks he had on.
Yeah.
With the Mayflower threes he had. Hey, come on, boy, this stop.
I'm way too fat for that, man. I'm way too fat. Craig says, Mike says backstabber. Damn, Mike, you You are dark regarding one Raheem Morris. Mike does not like Raheem Morris, okay?
Bro, he doesn't. He's not lying though.
Man.
Them timeouts, I felt like Raheem was trying to do Dan a solid, man. Like, bro, who you owe a favor?
I do not know. No. Let me now hold on. He should have called timeout, Carlo. I will give you that. He should have called timeout. But I do not think he was trying to do Dan he was talking about for McKay. Okay, good deal. I'm not going to touch that one either, but I see where you're coming from, Mike. As far as Raheem is concerned, I think he did not call the timeout, honestly, because he felt like with them in a hurry-up offense, that was probably the most basic defense that Penix was going to see. Now, I'm not saying I agree, okay, because I think it was dumb. I think he should have called a timeout as soon as Mooney comes. He should have been like this, okay? But I don't think he was trying to help Dan. I think what he's thinking is if we call timeout, they get a chance to shift their defense and substitute. They're running. They're tired. Let's take advantage. And again, Carlo, I'm not saying I agree. But I think
scare money don't make no money, bro. That's the thing, bro. When you hot, when you go in there hot and you got the edge, dog, like we was talking about football, the energy game. We had the momentum at that time. Don't stop the locomotives, dog. If you stop the locomotive, now everybody, you could have called a timeout, came up with a play, and then said, if we make this pass, you do this. If we miss this pass, you do this. Hell, y'all could have kept running the ball because nobody was stopping Bijan.
Agreed.
And they wasn't even expecting it.
The main thing you said is we could have called timeout and called a play, and I agree with that 100%. Again, I never say that.
We'll get back to it. Yeah, we'll get back to it.
I definitely didn't agree with that. But yeah, man, that's crazy. So guys, as we move forward into this draft and into free agency, right? Give me your thoughts on some remaining guys that are still out there, right? That we could potentially sign, right? And let's go to NFL free agents here.
Well, I can already tell you.
Yeah, because I don't got no list in front of me. I need to hear the name.
I can tell you one guy for me that I'm still looking at, and that's Asante Samuel Jr. I would love to bring him in and slide him right into the slot.
How old is he?
AJ, huh?
How old is he?
I think like 26, 25.
Oh yeah, we good. Yeah. I knew he was pretty young.
And, of course, his dad played here once upon a time. Briefly, and I would love to have him come in here. Like I said, put him in the slot. It'll be AJ, Mike Hughes, Asante Samuel. And that's no slight to anybody else. Even if we bring D Alford back, I'm happy with that. I'm just looking at the free agents because that's what we're talking about. And I would like Asante Samuel Jr. I wouldn't mind that at all.
D Alford can chill. He's too small, man.
Hey, man. The guy definitely came here, man, from the CFL, and I give him his props for that. And again, if his time in Atlanta is over, that's the business part of it. But again, that's one guy. A lot of the guys that I wanted, at least, so one of them looking at the deals, and then once them deals start hitting, I was like, yeah, there's no way we can make this happen. There's no way we can make that happen. There's no way we can give that guaranteed money. But guys who are left now, I am definitely looking at Asante Samuel Jr. to add to the corner room. And if you can't do that, then you definitely got to go. If you do add Asante Samuel, what happened?
No, I'm listening. I was reading the thing. Go ahead.
I was about to say, if you do add Asante Samuel Jr., it does make it easier in the draft to go after certain players. Maybe if you did want to go get Malachi Starks, maybe they would be sold. Maybe if you did go get an edge rusher, you'll feel more comfortable because, okay, we got veterans in the secondary. So if we do bring in some new guys, at least, we have some guys in the secondary who know what they're doing while we're coaching up the line a little bit.
I'm looking for Asante Samuel on this list, and I don't. There he is. Okay.
I was about to say he better be still there.
Yeah, there he is.
I ain't seen nothing.
You know who I like? You know who I like because I like their attitude. They play good. D-Law. Jamarcus Lawrence for the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah. I think he still is out there too.
Yeah, cause he got that resiliency, like the way I want some. Didn't he get hurt though? Didn't he get hurt last season? Or he was coming off an injury, but
want to say he
D-Law
did.
got that. He got that attitude that's infectious. You know, he like the type, like if y'all down by 6 in the fourth, he gonna be patrolling that sideline, waking everybody up. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
hey, we got to losing Grady. We lost a captain, bro. We need somebody that's gonna be like in somebody's ass, bro, and not afraid to chip at somebody and be like, "Hey, man, get it together." And I think D-Law just bring that presence, man. I can't really see because I'm on my phone. But there's a few guys out there. But D-Law playing with the Cowboys, cause see that's a lot of my family team, man. So when they was doing good, when he had what does he play? He plays what position exactly does he play?
Defensive end.
The end, the end.
Defensive end,
So
yeah.
we got Leonard on one side, and how much money they talking about?
You said Leonard?
Well, his last contract was $13 million. Craig, who went to Detroit? Are you saying DeMarcus Lawrence went to Detroit, or who went to Detroit? Craig, put it in the chat if that's who you're saying.
The Darius Smith is all right, but he got cast down now. He probably out of there. Preston Smith, they let both of them boys go.
Yeah.
What up, King Ricky? So, Craig is saying DeMarcus Lawrence went to Detroit.
Really not.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to stand to the damn thing. I don't know. I just like D-Law attitude, bro. I mean, y'all got me beat on the stats because y'all look at them mostly every day, but from watching players and they personas, knowing everybody say we need a little bit of grittiness, somebody that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, with that attitude, I think D-Law would kind of fit with us, and if we can get him on a good deal, that'd be decent. Because a lot of times people be like,
he's
okay,
still out
stats.
there, he's still out there. I'm looking.
Yeah, because
he's still
like
out there.
Fowler, everybody was talking about Fowler. Fowler went to Washington and balled.
He did.
That could be scheme. That could be atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? He come to Atlanta because D-Law played in Dallas, so he used to the high life. So I don't think that Atlanta atmosphere is really gonna really knock his head off too much. I think he really gonna come out here and ball if we was to get him per his attitude.
Yeah, it looks like he signed with them today. So DeMarcus signed with the Lions today.
God.
It signed with them today. So
that's crazy.
That is correct. So we can take him off the list.
Yeah.
Darius Smith is out there. His last contract was $11 million.
He ain't getting that.
Let's see here. Who else? Kazir White. Is Ocean Daly out there? Or was he signed?
No, I think Ocean Deji, I think he still's out there. I know Ojulari. I mean, you know what you're saying?
Ojulari, yeah. Ojulari.
Man, you know who I want back? I want a Lucan back.
Sure.
Yeah, me too.
Good luck on that. They not letting him go.
Boy, was that boy. Yeah, he ain't the money keeping him down.
Then when the salary cap was jacked up because we didn't have the money to pay for it.
Yeah.
Well, guys,
what about Calais?
I'd love Calais. I would love Calais. You'll get no issue, and you probably could get him for cheap. He'd probably be affordable. Now you can't run him. Calais is a little older, so you know
he still wants to play like on the edge. I don't want to do that.
I'd love that. I'll take Calais tomorrow.
Caden said he wanted to come off the edge too.
Huh?
I'll take Calais tomorrow.
Caden Ellis was stating on this. He said he wanted to come off the edge, but I think Ulbrich gonna have all them boys. That's why you got the guy from the Raiders. He can play different positions, and I think Ulbrich gonna create this amoeba defense that you're not gonna know where these blitzes and all of that other good stuff coming from, man.
Yeah, man. That's
That's what I said. They use them
point.
for blitzes and generating pressure. So again, and like I said, he's going to be like the Sherwood or like the Kaiser White as well, because that's another comparison that they compare Diablo to. So it's a possibility, man. I mean, we're gonna see exactly how Albrecht uses them. I want to see what more moves we do, who we bring in if we can, and then I definitely going to be fully invested into this draft, especially with really you look at right now, first and second round, fourth round, and then after that you don't have nothing until the seventh round. So, I mean, you know.
No, you're right. Hey guys, I'm being summoned by the wife.
Hey, no problem, man.
So hey man, happy wife, happy life. Guys, I have enjoyed this. We have a whole lot of folks in the chat. So first and foremost, to everyone in the chat who joined us, thank you all. Look we enjoyed this. We'd love to come back and do this again.
Hey, I can't even see it.
We cannot do this without you. Look at Debo. Debo, what it do? My G's, it's grind time for Fonano. I'm liking the Floyd signing. We'll see what else shakes. Hey, man, Debo Vibes is that dude, man. If you don't know him,
y'all going on in the morning, right?
We do Friday morning. So Debo and I do Tuesday morning and Friday morning. Tomorrow morning, I'm talking Braves with John from Out of Your Falcon Mind. And Thursday is pretty much, free. So I may do a show Thursday morning, I may not, but I'm typically Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. But yeah, man. Hey, now all these folks are coming in now, right? I wish I could say I gotta go, man. The wife, look, the
boss. He said, Terry, say bye to your friend. Say good night. Say good night,
man. Hey, look here. The wife is the boss, man. Right now, look.
Hey, no complaints, brother.
I would talk shit if she was not around, okay? But unfortunately, she's here now. She's the boss.
Hey, he like that episode of Key and Peele.
Hey man, I can't say nothing. You know what I mean? I can't say it. When Mama say I gotta go, I gotta go. You know what I mean? Oh wow!
You live to fight another day, Craig.
I can't.
You live to fight another day.
I can't give you the ground. I can't. Hey, Debo. I would do it Friday.
No, Debo.
I will do it Friday, Debo. I promise you that. I'll do it Friday, man. Hey, Mike, we'll see you. Everyone in the chat, thank you for joining. Really enjoyed your time. Carlo, thank you for joining us, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, big dog. Man, I've been trying to get on, man. I be on the road, so a lot of times I just gotta listen, man. But I really think I did pretty decent for the first time around, man. It's all good.
You did great.
But yeah, man. Shout out to all y'all Falcon fans worldwide, baby. We going up this year. We going up.
That's right. Chris, tell these folks where they can find you.
Oh man, you can find me at A1 Forever Sports, the platform on YouTube. Come over, like, comment, and subscribe. Hawks, Falcons, and Braves. You never know. Depending on what happens in the morning, I may be able to slide on with John and T Wil, man, talk some of these Braves. I know it's spring training, but hey, March 27 is on the way, and it's going to be here quicker than we know it. And then Braves baseball will be in full swing. So make sure you check me out on A1 Forever Sports. Also check me out on the Hawks Digest as well, man. Over there, growing that channel. We just got over 1,100. So thank you to all who are subscribed to Hawks Digest and over there with me and Walter Pollard. And also TikTok, man, the real A1 Forever on Twitter and Instagram. A1 Forever, man. Come on over. Let's have a sports conversation.
Awesome. Well, gentlemen, I thank you both. This was fun. We definitely got a chance to reach a lot of people tonight. So hopefully everyone enjoyed the show. Hey, man, come back. We are always doing it. We are always talking Falcons, Hawks, Braves, Atlanta United, Bulldogs, even the Dream, man. We talk it all. So, guys, please feel free. Come back and join us. Feel free to join us always at For My ATL Sports. Grab the link, like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends. I'm typically on mornings, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I'm also on One Time for the Fans. So I'm on Sunday nights, Wednesday nights, and Friday mornings. Enjoyed you guys. You guys have an amazing night. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be talking about the trade that the Falcons made for Hendrickson and I'm gonna freaking lose my mind. Okay,
Hey.
I'm hoping we can do that, right? But hey, man, you guys have an amazing day. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to God for waking me up, allowing me to do this show. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, everyone. Last but not least, Chris, Carlo, you changed your name, Carlo, and it threw me off, man.
Hey, that's both of my names, actually. That's both of my names, actually, bro. It's a long story. That's both of my real names. That's both of my real names.
I got you. All right. Well, look it. I know you as Carlo, so I'm gonna call you Carlo if that's okay, right?
Yeah. Hey, my mom and my whole family call me that. Nobody outside my family call me that.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, hey, man,
Yeah.
enjoyed you coming on. Chris, enjoyed you. Thank you, brother.
Yes,
everyone in the chat who joined us, thank you. You guys have an amazing night. Last but not least, thank you to Mr. Jack Spade and Mr. Eric Parker who gave me my shot in this business. Thank you to everyone. Rise up. You guys have an amazing night. Goodbye, everyone.